Hello everyone, this is Rebecca from Papeterie de Choix, and welcome to Mixed Media Monday. I'm doing something a little bit different, a different type of mixed media, in the sense of what I am using. No paint this time. So what I have started with is just a piece of cardboard. It was very thin cardboard. I think it was out of some packaging. Had something in front of it inside of a plastic or like an acetate type bag, and then I covered it with scrapbook paper on this side, and then a piece of the doubled this cardstock. I cut a piece of it down and then doubled it, and that's what's underneath, or the next layer, to give it a little bit more strength, and then another piece of the same scrapbook paper on top of that. So let me show you what I've done and then show you what this is for. So I got this picture back in the fall, and this cost me $2. It's in there just like I found it. Except for that I did scrape the edges down slightly. In one of my videos recently, when I was doing some edging with my scissors, there was a lady told me that to use a seam ripper, and being a person who sews, I have several of those, and I have two that are quite dull, so I got one of those out. And then I took a sanding sponge, which desperately needs to be replaced, and just went along the edges and just sanded slightly just to show some of that white card through. And that's all I did to that. Then in here there's two pieces, there's two music pages from a music book. This one, Of His Voice I Would Paint Thee, and then over here it's Hopelessly Devoted to You. This woman has such a pretty smile on her face, and she's got a little bit of shyness sort of mixed with mischievousness. I look at her and it just makes me smile, and so I was trying to find some words that might help convey what she might be feeling. So this is the card underneath, and this is a piece of the lace that was left over, like a shawl type thing that was left over from the cuffs I made last week, I think it was. And so I took sections of that, or two pieces of it, and glued this down here with some fabric glue and let it dry, so it's completely dry now. And then here I made this little pocket, and so that's where she is going to live, so to speak, right in there, like so. Actually, what I did when I did this, I put her in first, and then put the music paper in behind her, and that way there was no issue with how it went in. Okay, so we're just going to leave that way. Now, what I plan on doing with this, and it will be in an upcoming video in a few weeks, maybe less than that. This is a book that I've gutted that I'll be making a journal from, and I put this in here to keep it sort of level so that you can see how it's going to go. And so I have made her to be on the cover of a journal. Now when I cover the journal, and it might very well be this book because she does fit, but when I cover it, I might use fabric. Most likely I will use fabric, but I don't know for sure yet. I won't know till the inspiration hits me. But at any rate, this will glue down onto whatever I put on the cover of the book. So this piece is specifically made for the cover, to go on a cover. So what we're going to do today is, now I have not gutted this book yet, but this is the book, and this is the cloth I'll be putting over it. Now I'm not doing that in this video, I'm just showing you what I'm going to, the size of the book and that sort of thing. I have several pieces of this, upholstery samples, and I'm torn between this one, and this one. I think that's right. Yes. But I'm really leaning toward this one, but I also like this one. So let me find my little picture. So this is the picture that we're going to be using to create a cover for this little book, that I will be making this on camera when my new schedule starts in March. I don't know exactly when yet, but it should be early on in the month. And so I'll do that from start to finish, but I don't know if you can see her, and hopefully I'm not getting it either too close or too far away, but it's a very humorous picture. It's a very small picture, obviously. I don't know if you can see the pencil here, but it says Annie. It's either Rowe, R-O-W-E, or Annie Rose, R-O-S-E, and it's hard to say. And then on the back, it says Hello Annie, and it looks like R-O-E, but that could be a S. But anyway, it says, I'm going to say Annie Rose because that might be her middle name. Don't get scared when you see this. And then there's some other writing. There's no telling how old this is. But anyway, that's what we're going to make, a small version. The difference is going to be that the other one was very light, and this one's going to be a little bit darker. Not dark like like the black, but it's just going to be a little bit darker themed. So that's what we're going to do today. So let me get my materials together and we'll get started. Okay, the way that we're going to start this process is I'm going to fold this little piece of lace kind of in a squarish, and I'm just going to kind of dock those corners just a little bit, just so that they're just a tiny bit rounded. They don't have to be perfect, but just a little bit rounded. And then I'm going to start about, let me do it this way because I want it to be up and down. Now this is the wrong side, but I just want to get an idea of how I want to do this. So, okay. So I'm just going to go around. You know what? I need to go in smaller. Yeah, I actually need to be behind the picture, not outside of it. So I'm just going around like this because I just want to do like some simple little gathers. That will just put some texture and interest underneath the picture. Now the picture will sit sort of in the middle here once it's done, and then this will be sandwiched between the picture and this, and then that will be the base that will then go on this little book when I get ready to make it. Okay, let me do that. Let me put this down in here so I don't lose that needle till I get it put up where it belongs. Okay, so I'm just going to pull these and get some gathers. Well, I need to pull them both at the same time, don't I? Okay. Yeah. Now that's a little bit big, I think, for the book. Let me pull that a little bit tighter. You could also use this if you wanted to make some like fabric flowers. You can use this same kind of stitchery sort of kinda. Now I'm just going to use this as an idea. No, that's not too bad actually. I think I like it like that. Like so. Bring it down this way slightly. And I think I want, well, the book will be painted and then overlaid. So I'll go through all that process when I'm actually do it. But I'm going to flatten this out just a little bit, and I probably need to press it to get it as flat as possible. So that, okay. Alrighty, let me tie this in a knot so it doesn't either lose its shape or I get it tighter, either one. And then I can always play with the outside to get it a little bit more of a shape that would work a little better. Okay, so I'm going to take this over to the iron and flatten this really well, and then we'll come back and start assembly. I almost forgot about putting this piece under. I know it's probably just a young girl having fun with the props in the studio, most likely, and like the hat, but there's something about it that makes me feel like she's run away and joined the circus. I don't know if that's the case, obviously, but that's the vibe I get off of it. So anyway, what I'm doing now is just peeling off some of the threads of this fabric to get it a little bit ragged on the edges. And I may have made this too big, and if so, that can always be, you know, continued to be pulled down and edges taken off. Because of the weave, it's not a regular weave like you'd have on a cotton sheet, so it's not coming down as readily. There we go. That's sort of what I have in mind. Let me turn this way. And then when I get ready to actually put this on the cover of the book, it might get trimmed down a little bit more. So I'm making it a little bit bigger than I know that I need. But it's going to look something like this. And then the white muslin will go underneath that. So this is how I'm going to assemble it so far. So my fabric glue put it up. So we're going to start with this. And after I get it positioned the way that I want it, I will go back and cut with a razor the bottoms of this. So actually, I'm going to put this glue, this heavier glue, and I don't store it upside down like I should, so it takes it forever to come out. And cleaning the end off of it would help. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's good for that. Just want to get it even, if possible, so that the stripes are straight. Okay, now we're going to put some fabric glue on top of this. Now this will take a while to dry with the layers that I'm putting on, so it won't be like immediately done, but it will be. And I am going to do the edges just a little bit. I just want a little bit of distress on the edges, and hopefully you can see, but I'm having to hold it close to me to get the, so I can sort of balance it. Okay, I'm liking that so far, but I want to do just a little bit on the corner here. And this paper is pretty fragile. Do just a little bit more. Yeah. And just a little bit here. I do like using this seam ripper. It does work good. I'm going to add just a little bit to this. That was already there. Okay, now, yeah, I like that much better. You can still see any Rose, or whatever her name is here. And then, since this is going on glue, I wonder if I could peel this. No, it won't come off without. I was going to say if I could take this off, I would put it in the book, but it's not, so. Okay. Now, let me move this over just a portion. Okay, now I am going to put my really heavy cast iron on this to put everything down, and so I'm going to give it about half an hour, and then I'll come back and we'll carry on. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and I've checked it, and it's set. It's not dry, but it is set a little bit, so I am going to go ahead and cut down this paperboard underneath so that it is just under the lace and fabric. Well, that was easy. guess I thought I was going to have to make several passes. Okay, well it is glued down there, but I'm going to pull that little bit up. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now it's a little bit longer than the picture. The width is exactly the same, but I left it a little longer. Let's see how it's. Let's do it this way. Oh yeah, it's a little bit shorter than this book, so it should be fine. But I don't like that that is crooked, so I'm going to go in here and straighten that up just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely better. Oh, that one's got a little bit of a crook too. Not that I'm trying to be a perfectionist, but I want somewhat square edges so that everything fits right when I go to put it on the book itself. Of course, I am just eyeballing it, so now it's okay. It'll be fine. It's going to be glued down anyway. Okay, so now when I get ready to put it on the book, I will be taking more off of this edge. But I'm not going to do any more now until I'm absolutely ready to. But this is the base, and this piece of cardboard is trying to stick to me. So there is a couple other things that I want to put on here. I think I want to put a rose petal. Oh my goodness, them smell so good. I wonder if I could do one that's a little bit flat. This one's a little flatter than the other ones. Or if I shouldn't wait. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put this rose petal on, but I am going to wait until it's fixed onto the cover itself, so that I don't mess this up trying to glue it and hold it down and all that. So I'm going to have that something like this, something like that. Maybe I'll actually take this little thing off and this little thing off, just to keep the bulk out of it. Yeah, there we go. So that will go on, but not until I've or this one. So I'll have to go this way. I like that one too. Okay, I'm gonna lay both of them out. I'll decide. Ooh. Okay, now I'm having a hard time. I like this one better, actually. I like that one petal folded down like that. That just... Okay, this one is it. The other two just didn't make the cut. But that's the one I'm going to put on, but I'm not going to put it on now. This will go in a special place. I have a drawer over here in my desk where I put pieces that need to sit a minute before I finish them. So I'm going to put that there. But that is the project for today. Basically, it's layering up a piece of cardboard, piece of fabric, piece of lace, a vintage photo, and in this case a dried rose blossom bloom to go on that. And when I start my new schedule in like a week and a half, I think it is, give or take, this will be one of the projects I do at the very beginning. And I probably actually will do both of them, both covers, and I might even do them in the same video. Don't know yet, but I'll definitely start with this one. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon.